Mikey.
Hey.
You gonna be a deputy?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can I get
Free,
another?
but I don't want to talk. Mike, your to-go order number.
Thank you, please.
Okay, you fuckers. Someone's gonna pay. You cocksucking worms. With your mineral water and your eau de toilet. So important, aren't you? So very, very important.
Hey, go.
You would know an honest day's work if it walked up and bit you on the ass. Tried running a drill press for a living. Huh? How'd you like to live where I'm living?
Hey, friend, I don't think
I'm the one that's talking! It's never enough with you guys. You go and take the one good thing I've known in my life. You take my Angela and you fill her head with rich ideas and you steal her away. And you raped her. Oh, I know you raped her. If there's one thing I know, is that you raped her. Like she was a fucking whore. So now it's payback time, fellas.
Ernie, give me 2 sunny side up and cook them for Christ's sake. Yesterday, they were bleeding all over the bag. Sometime today, Ernie.
Shut the fuck up and get over there with the rest of the suits. What exactly are you looking at?
That's Jenny Brzezinski from up in Fremont, right?
No, it's Angela DeLuca from Sugar and Falls.
Come on, I went to school with that girl. That's Janet Brzezinski. We used to cut class, hide from the nuns.
You don't know what you're talking about. She's from Chagrin Falls.
Yeah, right. And she just happens to have that same mole on her chin, huh?
What are you talking about? What mole are you talking?
Man, that was a gutsy thing to do.
Nah, I just hate to be late for court.
That's what it looks like when a man is murdered. No flashing lights or slow-motion close-ups. No last-minute appearance by NYPD Blue to save the day. No cavalry. No such luck. No. Juan Gallegos was murdered. Plain and simple. He was shot repeatedly in the head and chest from a distance of no greater than a foot with a .357 Magnum handgun. And then he was left to die in the doorway of his laundromat. You have before you a killer with a history of participation with organized crime. You have a ballistics report matching the bullets, or should I say what's left of the bullets, to a handgun he owns. And you have the testimony of Mark Singer, a cab driver who witnessed the defendant walk up and execute the victim. A man who's now going to have to deal with that vision day and night for the rest of his life. And you have a widowed wife with 2 small children who has to explain to them why their father was killed and by who. The why is something this distorted mind will have to account to God for. But the who, you control that. And the who is sitting right in front of you. Martin Ritter is the killer of Juan Gallegos.
As you've seen, the prosecuting attorney has put together a very moving case. A horrible crime has been committed, a crime that must not go unpunished. And everyone here today, including myself, wants one thing. We want to see that justice is done. But first, let's make sure it's being done to the right person. As an attorney, there's a couple of things that should cause you to doubt Mr. Ritter's guilt. Some are small, and some aren't so small. The ballistics report. It didn't provide a conclusive, definitive match. What it says is, the probability is 1 in 10,000 that a different gun could have been used. You're right. 1 in 10,000 are not the best odds. I mean, you wouldn't want to bet the house on a horse with that kind of chance. At the same time, how many of us have been that 1 in 10,000? To be audited by the IRS? To have our reservations erased by the hotel? To win $10 on a lotto card? No, 1 in 10,000 aren't the best of odds. But they are not conclusive. There is still a chance. And wouldn't you hate to be that one? Now, the alleged mob connection to my client. There are no tapes. There are no photos, no real corroboration. Only speculation, rumor. Well, here are some facts. Martin Ritter drives a 1975 Datsun B210. He has $272.18 in his bank account. He works nights down at the seaport, wholesaling fish. That's one hell of a cover. Especially for a man who's supposedly in the Mafia. But maybe most important of all are the 3 defense witnesses who placed Mr. Ritter away from the murder. Now, these are not just witnesses. These are not just strangers who happen to see something. No, these are people who have grown up in this neighborhood with him. And this cab driver, he's right. He did see someone murder Juan Gallegos, but it was late. And he was tired after driving a full 12-hour shift. And from where he was parked, it would have been almost impossible for anyone to make a positive ID. The man that he saw was not Martin Ritter.
Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Would you please hand it to the bailiff? The clerk will please read the verdict.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Martin Ritter, not guilty of murder in the first degree.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
the
you.
jury,
Saved my life.
thanks you for your service. The defendant is discharged and his bail is exonerated.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to request a restraining order prohibiting the police from unnecessary surveillance of my client.
This is totally unwarranted, Your Honor.
Unwarranted. The harassment of my client and his family since his trial began is what's unwarranted. I'd like it stopped, Your Honor.
The motion is granted.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Stanley, you've done it again.
Have a good afternoon.
On behalf of both me and my family, I'd just like to say that we thank God that Mr. Woodfield here took my case.
Mark, you need to do that.
Yes, I do need to, counsel. Mr. Woodfield knew we couldn't afford, say, Johnny Cochran. But he helped us anyway. And if it wasn't for his kindness, I'd be back in that cell serving time for a crime I didn't commit. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Ritter.
I thought I might find you here.
Well, you did.
All right, man, so fair's fair, Bobby. How about an exclusive?
You know I don't comment on cases.
Yeah, there's a first time for everything.
Eddie, the story's back up there.
Oh, no, man. You can't just think of me as a reporter. Man, I'm like a conduit of information. See what I'm saying? I'm like a man in search of truth.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, man. See, now you're killing me, Bobby. Come on, man. I'm begging you.
Eddie, when I have anything to say, you'll be the first to hear it.
Promises, promises.
Municipal County Courthouse. We're waiting for defense attorney Robert Woodfield, and Martin Ritter, who has just been acquitted. The defendants are coming out now, and it looks as though they're about to give us a statement.
On behalf of both me and my family, I'd just like to say that we thank God that Mr. Woodfield here took my case.
Oh, Mark, you need to do that.
Yes, I do need to, counsel. Mr. Woodfield knew we couldn't afford, say, Johnny Cochran.
You scared the hell out of me.
And if it wasn't for his kind of back that time for a crime.
How was your day?
Not nearly as exciting as yours.
I did good.
Finished a job on the Marina office. Got a referral on another.
Good.
Yeah. And I played 2 games of racquetball with Sydney at the club. Swept him. Second time this month.
How'd he take it?
I'm not so sure, but I could have sworn I saw his racket in the trash outside the men's locker room. Oh, and Sherry returned our camcorder. Really? Come closer.
Hey, man, I want to look good. Is it on?
It's recording us right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Ooh. It can see everything we do?
Everything.
Ooh. Oh, baby.
Pornography is a crime in the state, counselor.
This isn't pornography. This is art.
Hey! I didn't think you were gonna make it. What are you so mad about that beating my wife put on you? What was it, the sweet 2-zip? Oh, I feel bad, Sidney.
Ritter was straight up guilty.
Yeah, well, you're an attorney. You know everybody's entitled to a good defense.
Well, I hope you have yours ready. Oh, yeah. Bring it on. Bring it on.
I was your best man, sucker.
I can't hear you. Look.
Sidney. Hey, man. Lucky shot.
That's exactly what your wife said. Still working that right hand, huh, Bob? Your office said I might find you here.
Hey, you know Sidney Evans from DA's office?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. The word on the street is you're being asked to join the task force on organized crime.
My wife and I have our fingers crossed.
You got a reputation for being tough on crime.
As tough as they'll let me be.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Bobby, another great victory for you.
That's what you pay me for.
Watching you work that jury is a thing of beauty. You're the best thing in there, like a young Rocky Marciano. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Okay, give me time for a quick shower.
Yeah. Nice running into you, Sidney. See you again soon.
I look forward to it.
Oh, did you see my mug on TV the other night?
Yeah, I caught you donating 10 grand to the Youth Basketball Association.
Hey, the union was glad to do it. Just good people lending a hand, helping out the neighborhood. Like you did when you were a kid. Yeah. You remember that family that you helped out, the Ritter family? Your father would have loved that.
Looks like business is good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this place. Hey, 20 years ago, we ran the local with a battered typewriter and a roll of 5-cent stamps. Nowadays, if you're not on the internet, you can't even get laid. Oh, got something for you.
Oh, man.
Remember those? Those are yours. From the Golden Gloves finals. Remember? Before I sent you off to college.
God, if I'd won the night, Charlie, I'd have saved you a shitload in tuition fees.
Yeah, I didn't care about the money. Just want to get you out of my hair. You better keep those. You may need them in court one day.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So tell us the truth, how old are you really?
I'm from Poland. We stopped aging there at 60.
Used to say it was 50.
Oh. Enough talk. Go see your old friend.
Come, everybody have cake.
I must speak with you later.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Oh, hey, look who's here. No, talk later. Don't worry. You made it. That's good.
Hey, Jerry, how are you? Bobby, how you doing?
And there's no way that we can afford the rent increases that the new owners are talking about.
And they won't negotiate. Meet you halfway?
No, not $1.
All they care about is the bottom line. Most accountants don't factor in the people involved.
It's just like what happened to the Kapolskis. They ran that funeral home for 30 years. New owners came in, the rent jumped from $800 a month to $4,000. Squeezed them right out.
I heard they're turning that property into condos.
Yeah?
Somebody will buy them.
Somebody with money.
I'm really glad you could come.
Thank you.
Nice.
Whew. Jerry, let us help clean up this mess.
No. It's no problem. I'll finish in the morning.
You're making me feel guilty.
There's nothing to feel guilty about. My own wife is already home in bed. And that's where the two of you should be.
We never got a chance to talk.
It can wait until tomorrow.
What tomorrow? I'm here now.
Tomorrow is fine.
Sure?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
You are a lucky man, Robert.
I know it. Peace, Jerry. Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go back, baby. There's something bothering Jerry, and I want to talk to him about it, okay? So I'm gonna put you in a cab, all right?
I won't be responsible for falling asleep.
If you fall asleep, I'm gonna wake you up, okay? Mwah, come on. Okay, leave the front light on.
Don't be too long.
Okay.
Come on, Gramps. What do you think, Jerry? Time to sign the paper now? Dobra. Dobra, Jerry. Here you go. Here we go.
I need only 2 more weeks.
It's always something, huh, Jerry? Business is slow. I've been sick. 2 more weeks. You owe my people for a lot of bad days at the track, so now you're gonna pay up with your bar, okay?
I'll never sign it over.
That's enough. That your friend?
He's an old man. Leave him alone. Damn it.
Good evening, Counselor.
Pick him up and let's get out of here.
Wait a second. We gotta do him. He saw us whack the old man. If he talks to the cops, we're done.
Won't say a word. He's with Charlie. Besides, he's my attorney. Come on, guys. Let's get something to eat. I'm starving.
Oh, Jerry.
People, get back, please. Stand back.
You know, it sounds to me like you don't know what the fuck you saw.
Robert?
It just all happened so fast, you know?
Yeah. Go home.
Robert, I must speak with you later.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
We'll talk later. Don't worry.
Sometimes faces start to take shape. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go back, baby. There's something bothering Jerry, and I want to talk to him about it, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that. It can wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, you walked me right into this, Charlie. Played a kid's ego, pushed the right buttons, family, my own man. You knew I'd buy it. And all the time you knew was guilty.
I don't like this one bit more than you do, Bobby. It's a fucking waste.
Jerry was your friend, remember? We're not talking about some goddamn video game here.
What do you expect me to say? All I heard was they were gonna do some arm twisting. He wasn't supposed to get killed. Nobody wanted that. It's that fucking Martin. He's a hothead. Nobody can control him. Things just got out of hand. They killed him. You think I'm happy about it? It makes things tougher on my end.
Ah, Chuck.
Don't kid yourself, kid. Jerry brought a lot of this down on himself. He was no saint, stubborn Pollock. He was into it for $150K. That's a lot of money.
Jerry is dead. And for what? Gambling debts. Charlie, you couldn't have helped him out.
They made him a fair deal, made it easy on him.
Christ, where is your compassion, Charlie? We're talking about two men's lives that I'm responsible for. I want you to turn him in.
Oh, I can't do that. It's not my call.
Play it any way you want. Set him up if you have to.
God damn it, Bobby. It's not that black and white. This is a much bigger picture than that.
I don't think you understand. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
It's over my head. There's some heavy hitters involved, and they're not gonna go for it.
Listen to what you're saying, Charlie. I can't believe you're part of this, any of this.
Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up, will you? Quit acting like your cherry just got busted.
You don't get it, Charlie. I believed you. I went to bat for you, and you outright lied to me. I'd like to think you won't fight me over this.
You don't want to do this, kid. You're gonna open a door that you don't want to open. Bad as it sounds, we're both gonna have to swallow this one. I love you, Bobby. Now do the smart thing here. Make it easy on me.
I am making it easy. If you won't turn him in, I will.
Mr. Woodfield, how does your client plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
You're really prepared to go to trial with this case?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
And you're fully aware of the generous plea bargain agreement that the prosecution has offered?
I am, Your Honor. And the agreement was, in fact, very generous, but since my client is not guilty, we won't be needing it. I have no doubt that we will win this case, which seems to be a far better result for my client than a plea bargain. Wouldn't you agree?
Will both counsels please approach the bench? We'll go off the record on this. Okay, Mr. Woodfield, what are you thinking here? I've got an 18-year-old kid resisting arrest, assaulting a police officer.
He's picked up because he fits a robbery description from early that same evening. He wants to know what's going on. So the cops are getting rough. They jam him in the neck with a nightstick, slam him into a wall.
The two officers' testimony has been corroborated by a local shop owner.
That's right, a white shop owner who recognizes a great chance to score points for the guys who protect his livelihood 365 days a year.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Your Honor, he hadn't done anything. I bet you'd be pissed off, too. He's cleared of the robbery charge, and now you want to punish him for his own wrongful arrest.
You make him sound like he was just out walking the dog.
Robert.
I'm sorry, what?
You make him sound like he was just out walking the dog.
Well, what if he was? I mean, the only crime he's guilty of here is he fits a police description by being black. But the kid goes to USC. He's a software engineer, for Christ's sake. He's not going anywhere. Release him on $500 bail, and I'll make his case at the trial.
Joe?
If that's the way he wants to play it.
Defendant pleads not guilty. Bail will be set at $500. Trial date to be set.
Am I gonna have to go to jail for this?
Not if I can help it.
Well, thanks for all the time you spent on this, Mr. Woodfield.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Have a good day.
I speak up, they're gonna try to kill me. I close my eyes, the whole thing just disappears.
Yeah, but honey, you've been accused of many things, but closing your eyes has never been one of them. We'll work through this, Poppy, just like we always have.
I love you.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Morning. So what's the word? They're demolishing the old Murphy place?
Yeah, the whole lot's getting cleared out.
Wow, I never thought they'd sell. Any idea who the new owner is?
I haven't a clue. Probably some land developer's got it.
Yeah.
You know, just between you and me, I hate to see these great old houses torn down. They're really works of art.
Yeah. Well, the business has got to be good for you guys.
Oh, yeah, getting better by the minute, too. You know the old warehouse over on Diggs?
Yeah.
And the corner laundromat in the flats?
Right.
Both gone. And we bid on both those, too.
Amazing.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me, I gotta get these guys working.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Hey, come on, guys, let's move it, huh? Get that thing off.
The first step is protection for you and Lee. I'll get a hold of Craig Dixon.
Craig Dixon?
Yeah, he's solid. Heads up the task force on organized crime. Look, Bob, nobody's gonna storm out me, man. I won't. We won't allow it. Charlie Mason's going to prison. End of story.
You know, when my dad died, the only thing between my mom, me, and the streets was Charlie Mason. And he never had a reason to help. He just did it because he made a promise to my dad. I always loved him for that.
Yeah, I know it hurts, Bobby, and I'm sorry things went down like this. But like you said, it's business now. We're gonna take care of it.
Bobby. All right, man, take care.
Baby. Come on. Now, we're only in this because I know who killed Jerry. And once I talk with the Justice Department, they'll take care of it.
What if they can't?
They will. I love you. I'll come up over the weekend. Everything's set for 10 o'clock.
You can feel comfortable with Craig Dixon. He's a good man. I'm sure he's someone you can work with.
Good.
Look, Lee will be fine at my place. Dixon isn't gonna leave you twisting in the wind. And by the time this is all over, there'll be a hole torn so wide in Mason you could fly a 747 through it.
Oh, good. Hey, Sid, thanks for the help.
You're my best man.
Greg. Greg, come on in. Have a seat. Hey. Thanks for coming by. Have a seat.
It's not every day I get to stand in the opposition's huddle.
Nice. So, how's everything over at Justice?
We'll be there in a few minutes.
Greg, this is a little awkward for me. I'm in a bad situation, and I need to talk over a few things.
Fire away.
Can I speak straight with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure if you know, but, I was witness to a killing last week.
Yeah, heard a little about it. Attempted robbery, bar owner was shot. You couldn't make an ID?
That's why I called. I can't identify the guy who did it. At this point, though, I am very worried about the safety of my wife and me. We've had several threats, and I feel without some sort of witness protection, we don't have a prayer.
What's this guy's problem?
You know, we can generally have a suspect picked up and off the street within the first 72 hours.
Right. That's generally. Craig, this involves more than one person. That's why I had Sydney call you. This runs much deeper than a simple homicide.
Be cool, friends. That way we won't have any trouble. Come here.
Evidently, there's some big money behind it. I don't know who. I don't know why. I just know whoever is involved does not want me to testify.
What are we talking about here? And how deeply are you involved?
I'm sorry to bother you. This seems important.
Thank you, Bonnie. Excuse me, Craig. I need to make this call.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt your coffee and Danish, counselor, but there's someone here who'd like to talk to you.
Bobby?
Hello?
Bobby,
Hello? Darling? Hello?
You have exactly 1 hour. The Playpen Club, Lakeside and West 3rd. If you're late, wifey dies. You tell anyone, wifey dies. You're followed, wifey dies. Is that clear?
Oh, yeah, perfectly clear. Thank you. I'll be there. Uh-huh. Okay, see you then.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just something urgent with a client. I have to leave immediately.
Robert, what just happened there?
Can I call you in an hour? We'll finish up then.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Craig.
Enjoying the show, Bobby?
Where's my wife?
I think she's on next.
Don't fuck with me.
Hey, man, hold it out of here. I need this man.
You're on a short fuse today, aren't you? Well, I can understand that.
I want my wife and Sydney back now.
You should have thought about that before calling in that guy for justice. Look, I know you didn't like what was happening, but fucking ratting Charlie and me, that's something entirely different. It'd kill him to see you turn your back on us, and nobody likes a rat.
They got nothing to do with this. I'm the one who can identify you.
Oh, you're gonna identify somebody, all right. Only it's not gonna be me. This is the guy you saw, remember?
You ready? Okay, bring him on.
Just as I thought. It's all coming back to you now, clear as day.
Who is that?
Who cares? You go ahead and tell him you know who did it. He'll be in the lineup when they take you downtown. Simple.
How do you know he'll be there?
Call it intuition. Just make sure you point him out.
Okay, what if they don't buy it? What if he has an alibi?
You can be pretty convincing if you want to. Just make sure they believe you. An hour later, wifey and best friend appear at Parker's in Long Beach. Nobody's hurt. Everybody's happy.
Well?
He's there.
You sure?
This is the guy you saw, remember?
Yeah. Second from the right.
Send them back in.
You did the right thing, Mr. Woodfield.
Yeah, sure.
You want to run down for me with just one gun in there? 1 minute you're talking witness protection, the next you're making a straight ID?
Don't be stupid. You're fucking me up here. I can't be seen talking to you.
Hey, friend, I want to know what's going on.
He's connected everywhere. Look, he's probably got guys on the payphone right now telling him everything that's going on. Just fly blind and trust me, all right?
What the fuck are you looking at?
Robert Woodfield.
Yeah.
I thought so. I'm Vicky Waxman. I'm second year at Pepperdine Law.
Yeah?
Well, I clerked for Justice Hargrove last summer, and I got to see you try the Caroline Martin case, and I just have to tell you how incredible it was to see someone finally standing up for battered women. It was such an incredible defense. It was amazing.
Trixie?
Vicky.
I'm sorry, Vicky. It's awful nice to meet you, but I just need a few minutes to myself, okay?
Oh, I understand. From the Channel 6 News Desk,
here is Linda McQueen. Just in, a bizarre double murder that has completely stunned police. An assistant district attorney, Sidney Evans, and his wife Sherry were gunned down in their suburban home earlier today. With the help of an eyewitness, police arrested an unidentified woman moments ago. Authorities questioned at the scene would not comment or speculate on the killing. There is, however, a probable motive: a crime of passion. First with news,
Oh, my God.
Sydney tried, but I want to go home.
Dee, honey, don't worry. I won't let them keep you here. What happened to your face?
The guards. Sydney and Sherry. They died right in front of me. Right in front of me. How could they?
Honey, I will get you out. There's a bail hearing in the morning. I promise. I will get you out. during that conversation that Ritter forced me to come in for the lineup.
So you purposely identified the wrong man.
Well, what choice did I have? It was the only way to get her back. Look, I would have fixed it once Lee was free.
And Sydney?
And Sydney.
So you're definitely sticking with this kidnapping angle?
Look, it was Sydney who put this whole thing into motion. It was his idea I contact Agent Dixon.
Did Mr. Woodfield tell you any of this?
No, he didn't have a chance to before our meeting was interrupted.
So you can't corroborate his story?
Well, he did mention that he and his wife had been threatened, that he could ID the murderer from the bar, and that possibly the mob was involved.
Yeah. I was at the lineup, remember?
What about the affair?
There wasn't any affair. My wife is innocent.
Come on, do the math yourself. He's been your best friend. Plays racquetball with her twice a week at the downtown athletic club. I mean, time goes by and they get closer. They start calling each other at work and at home. They start thinking about each other a lot.
Yes. It's gotta hurt, doesn't it, Woodfield? I mean, doesn't that just kill you? Here you are out there busting your ass to free up these scumbags, and here your best friend is giving your wife the ultimate cross-examination.
You guys are fucking hilarious.
Pringle, did Sidney Evans run this by the guys at the DA's office?
Not a single word.
I gotta be honest with you. There's more holes in this story than the JFK assassination. You want me to accept that your wife is innocent of 2 slayings when I have a room full of evidence to support that. And further, that the killings were set up by a union boss, so you wouldn't testify to a murder during a routine strong-arm job.
Don't you see? He's counting on nobody believing me. That's what keeps this whole thing alive.
You know what I see? I see a husband who was, like, wigged out, who's so blown away by what went down that he's liable to say anything just so he knows his wife is okay.
I'm gonna say it one more time. She's being framed.
Please, we got prints and love letters. I mean, the fucking witness is a little old man who does nothing but stare out the window all day long. I mean, it couldn't be tighter.
All fake, just like the Ritter case.
Kind of like poetic justice, isn't it, Woodfield?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, here you're trying to get us to buy all this bullshit about Martin Ritter being responsible for all this. He shouldn't even been a player in this thing anyway. If you hadn't set him free...
What do you think? I asked my clients to lie to me?
I don't think you give a shit one way or the other as long as you make your money.
Lose the editorial, pal. You're starting to bother me.
Frankly, I don't care if I bother you.
All right, knock it off.
Dig a little. Put somebody on Mason. Do something. Do anything. Sell me out, for Christ's sake.
We already did.
And?
He's been at a Teamsters convention in San Diego the last couple of days.
What about Ritter?
Hell, even if we wanted to, we couldn't. There's a restraining order protecting him from any further surveillance.
Your restraining order.
Hey, buddy.
Any chance of you believing me?
The tighter it ties up, the less I like it, ain't it?
You know, Mason's been ahead of me beat for beat from the start. Hey, you know organized crime. You know what they're capable of.
Yeah, look, Robert, I want to help you, man, but you got to show me something here. You got to find me a starting point. You got to give me a reason to jump in. Right now, I got nothing. Look, you give me a toehold, and believe me, I'll back you all the way.
My client has no prior record of any type. She is not a threat to the public at large, and nothing indicates that she has the intention or the extraordinary means to flee this court's jurisdiction.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're talking about a capital crime here. A murder involving a public official. And if those aren't persuasive or convincing circumstances enough, we're sitting on a mountain of solid evidence of her guilt. There's an eyewitness. And frankly, I don't think it's safe for this woman to be walking the streets.
This is not a pretrial hearing to determine my client's guilt or innocence. This is a bail hearing to establish if my client is competent to receive her constitutionally granted right to bail.
Judge, do we want to send a message that because a prominent attorney's wife is a defendant in a capital murder case, that we have a different standard for bail conditions? I don't think so.
Nevertheless, Your Honor, she is still entitled to reasonable bail under the Eighth Amendment.
Your Honor, the evidence speaks differently. I'm talking about fingerprints, murder weapon, witness, love letters, for God's sake.
Those are not her letters. She didn't do it.
Mr. Woodfield, will you please approach the bench? We'll go off the record on this. I can understand how difficult this must be for you. But you're too close. Your judgment is starting to waver.
Allison Lee is innocent. She's got a frame on her.
Do yourself a favor and get somebody else to defend her. As your friend, Robert, I'm telling you, you're losing control. Given the heinous nature of this crime, and in light of the substantial evidence implicating the defendant, the court feels compelled to hold said defendant without bail till time of the trial.
Whitfield, you still got my number, right?
Of course.
Then fucking use it if there's any way I can help you out of this. My gut's telling me something ain't right here. Who knows? Call it a journalistic hunch. I'm out.
Is it on?
It's recording us right now.
Right now?
Right now.
You can see everything we do?
Everything. Pornography is a crime in the state, counselor.
This isn't pornography. This is art.
The man that he saw was not Martin Ritter.
Thank you, Counselor. You saved my life.
How was your day?
Not nearly as exciting as yours.
I did good.
Nice running into you, Sydney. See you again soon.
I look forward to it.
New orders came in, the rent jumped from $800 a month to $4,000.
Good evening, Counselor. I love you, Bobby. Do the smart thing here. Make it easy on me.
We'll work through this, Poppy. Just like we always have.
Juan Gallegos was murdered, plain and simple. He was shot repeatedly in the head and chest from a distance of no greater than a foot with a .357 Magnum handgun. And then he was left to die in the doorway of his laundromat.
All right, so you want to run this by me again?
All right, Mason and his friends, they've scooped up all the property around here. From my neighborhood down to the flats, all the way down to the waterfront. And they're doing it under the name of Evening Star Enterprises.
Well, that don't make no sense. I mean, this whole place is crackhead country. Property values are in the shithouse.
Yeah, you're right. No, it doesn't make sense. But see, that's what we got to figure out. Like, what's here that's so important? He destroy even his oldest friends over.
You sure about this? The whole plan, I mean, because if you ain't, I'm gonna be working back at Arby's.
Eddie, just hold up your end of things. It'll all fall into place. Hello, Charlie. You and me. We're going for a ride.
You got spirit, Bobby. I'll hand you that. It's a shame you gotta piss it all away. And on what? Some old man. Some playground code of honor. I warned you there were bigger forces at play. I gave you every chance to walk, and you wouldn't do it. Just like when you were a kid boxing, you wouldn't take a step back, even if you're gonna get your goddamn head knocked in.
Shut up. You're gonna pay for what you did to Lee, Sidney, and Sherry.
Bullshit.
Yeah, my wife's getting out. And whether the cops get you right or you're not walking away this time. Sit down.
You've lost it, Bobby.
Shut up and sit down. There we go.
Yeah.
Craig, it's Robert Woodfield.
Oh, this is certainly a surprise.
I believe I can come up with all the evidence I need.
You sure about this?
I'm betting my life on it. But I'm worried about my wife. I've made my move and they'll be gunning for her. Who knows, maybe somebody's planted on the inside, whatever. In lockup, she's exposed. They could take her out in a heartbeat.
So you want to make it down, keep an eye on her?
Exactly. There's just no way I can get there in time.
You got it, buddy. Consider it done.
Thanks, Craig.
It's gonna take my guys about 10 minutes to figure out where we are, and then another 10 minutes to get here. And at that point, you got about 60 seconds to live, kid. And none of your golden glove shit is gonna make a bit of difference.
You know what, Charlie? If it was up to me, I'd kill you right now. But I got my wife to worry about.
Yeah, you got plenty to worry about, because your wife is an open and shut case. If we could provide the goods to get Martin Ritter off, just imagine what we can do to set somebody up. From now on, the closest you're gonna get to her is some prison guard telling you what a great lady she is.
Why'd you do it, Charlie? Destroy my family. Kill my friends.
Well, you've been so busy you haven't been keeping up with the news, Bobby. Tonight, there's going to be a big announcement. You see, the South Koreans are making a bid on the waterfront. It's going to be the big economic miracle that this city has never had. Businesses, condos, parks, malls, cineplexes, maybe even a fucking Tiffany's.
And you got tipped from the inside, so you started grabbing up all the property, right?
Nah, couldn't get all of it. Got 75%.
So why'd you kill Jerry?
He owned some key properties in the neighborhood. After this deal, the values go up through the roof. We've been calling in markers all over town. That stupid, stubborn fucking Polak, he wouldn't budge.
So you've been selling out your friends for some dog shit properties.
$200 million. That's not dog shit. And we've got people that would whack 1,000 old men to get that kind of money.
Charlie, you've forgotten who you are, where you come from.
Hey, you haven't even heard the kicker yet.
Tell me the kicker, Charlie.
Tonight, I'm the special guest on Night View, that TV show. Yeah, I come on live, comment on the big news, assure the people of this city that the waterfront deal is in their best interest.
How'd you know I called the feds, Charlie?
Tapped your phone.
Tap my phone. And the police line up?
Everyone in that department's got a price. It's like shopping at Bloomingdale's.
Why'd you kill Sidney?
Fucking Sidney. He was barking up the wrong tree for a long time. Then he gets appointed head of that task force for organized crime. Oh, it was so sweet. It's like two birds with one stone. Yeah, Sidney.
Taking a big risk in telling me all this, Charlie.
Prove it. We've got this covered from every angle. It's legal. No way to trace it.
Well, I might have some other ideas about that, Charlie.
What the fuck is that?
Nobody likes a tattletale, Charlie.
Well, let me tell you something about your stupid fucking tape. No one's gonna see it. Except maybe me. I'll watch it at holidays.
Charlie, you are a soulless piece of shit. I just want to be the first to tell you.
Okay. Phil, Randy, take the car around back. Watch the door to the alley. Russell, wait here with the car. Michael, let's go.
Come on, counselor. Enough is enough. All right.
He ran out the back. He got me on video. Take the son of a bitch.
Go.
Get the goddamn tape!
You find your fucking blaster.
His car's parked out in front of you. Better take care of it.
Cover the alley.
Andy, what's happening up there? Charlie, you better get out of here. You're on the air in less than an hour.
Don't worry about me, I'll get there.
Did you get him?
No, sir.
There he is! Get him! Get him! Get him! Go after him! Hurry up! Hurry up! Get that fucking tape! Back up!
You take this side, I'll find the lights.
You've been a regular fucking Spider-Man tonight, Counselor. I'm impressed. Now give me that tape. Give me that fucking tape! Well, I guess that's that. What's with the long face, counselor? Look at the bright side. Now you'll be seeing your gorgeous wife a lot sooner than you thought.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on. You didn't really think she's gonna live, did you? With all she knows? Well, Charlie's on TV. Somebody real special is gonna take care of her. After that, you can enjoy an extended honeymoon together. How's that sound to you? Oh, and do me a favor. Tell her and Jerry both I said hi. Will you do that for me? Shit.
I'd just like to make an extra $1,000.
Yeah? What do I have to do?
Let me drive.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
I'm Agent Craig Dixon. I'm here to speak with a witness in a federal case.
I don't see you down here.
When you're a federal agent, you don't need reservations.
He's okay, Mike. I've seen him here before.
Oh, yeah? Well, you still gotta sign in first.
Jesus, I was starting to think you didn't make it, man. The show's almost over.
Not yet, it's not.
Thank you, and we're back here on Night View with Waterford developer Charles Mason.
Thank you. Yes, well, we're looking at this as an opportunity to benefit everyone from all economic classes, an opportunity to revitalize the manufacturing and service sectors of the city's economy, and an opportunity to create the jobs that we so desperately need, and now, especially in the working class.
Leaving out a few minor
families.
details, aren't you, Charlie? Why don't you tell the nice folks at home how much their property you and your friends
I don't
own?
believe this. Oh, we gotta cut away.
Oh, no, man. It's my ass on the line, too, right? Just give him a minute.
Maybe you want to tell them how many people you had to kill in order to get it all. Like Jerry, and Sidney and Sherry Evans. Or that little matter about framing my wife, Lee Woodfield.
Mr. Woodfield, your wife did some horrendous things, and I can understand that you're under a great deal of pressure right now.
Great, just let me finish. It seems that someone on the inside tipped him to a land offer worth $200 million. It was kept under wraps. Even the city officials didn't know about it. So he starts snatching up all the property they wanted. He buys up the poor neighborhoods for nothing, and what you couldn't get for cheap, you used old school muscle on. Or simply killed for it.
Son, please, you're humiliating yourself here. These charges are absurd. It's a fantasy. You haven't got a shred of evidence.
Evidence? Charlie Mason, talking to Robert Woodfield. Evidence is the last thing I'm worried about. Eddie? Eddie, roll it.
Yeah, you got plenty to worry about, because your wife is an open and shut case. If we could provide the goods to get Martin Ritter off, just imagine what we can do to set somebody up. From now on, the closest you're going to get to your wife is maybe some prison guard telling you what a wonderful lay she is. So why'd you kill Jerry? He owned some key lots in the neighborhood. And after this deal, the values go right through the roof. We've been calling in markers all over town. That stupid, stubborn fucking Pollock, he wouldn't budge.
So you've been selling out your friends for some dog shit property scam?
Tighter. Camera 3.
$200 million. That's not dog shit. And we've got people that would whack 1,000 old men to get that kind of money.
Please, get some help as quick as you can. There's someone in here trying to kill me.
Don't worry, baby. It'll all be over soon enough.
Federal agent, freeze!
You forget where you come from, Charlie. Who you are. Why'd you kill Sidney?
Fucking Sidney. He was barking up the wrong tree for a long time. Then he gets appointed head of that task force for organized crime. It was so sweet. It's like two birds with one stone. Yes, Sidney.
Taking a big risk in telling me all this, Charlie.
Prove it. We got this covered from every angle. It's legal. No way to trace it.
It's gonna be tough to walk away from this one, Charlie. Especially with all these witnesses.
Journalistic hunch, huh? What can I say?
Charlie. Was it worth it? I mean, all said and done, was it really worth it?
Almost.
Almost!
Shit.
All right, hold it right there, mister. Hang on. Hold it. Hey, no!
You're finished, Charlie. Oh, I am so glad to see you.